that athlete who had a 2.0, which was standard to play his sport, what's the emotion when not only does he have the standard to play his sport, but he actually can rival his other classmates, you know what I'm saying, educationally now. So it's not, he's no longer a dumb jock.
Right.
That coined phrase, or, all he know how to do is carry a ball or bounce a ball. Now the fact that you have him where he's now not on a level playing field that was presented to him originally, but he's now leveled the playing field because of education. What are the responses you're getting from your athletes?
Well, we're getting from our athletes and our parents. They are really happy with the results that we are getting for our students. We're really creating an environment now where they want to learn. That when they come, they see that they can do it. So their motivation and what they see in school and education, because with us, readers are leaders. That's one our mottos, and we make sure that all our students, especially our students going to college, you must, like I said, you must read at least 2.5, 3 hours a day. It's a requirement. We make sure they read 2 to 3 books a week. And that way, because get them in the habit of knowing that reading is very important. That way, when they go to college, and they have to write those papers and do the thing, they'll be already trained and they'll be already in college mode. So they already know, because it's going to be a little different in college than it is in high school. They don't let you turn in late work in college. You can turn in late work in high school, but they don't, professors don't play that in college. So we get them on to see that they can really do it. So those kids' lives will change dramatically.
What are you seeing more so? Girls doing better than boys, or is there a level playing field?
Unfortunately, the young ladies seem to be outdoing when they first come to us. They don't, like I said, I don't compare my babies, but unfortunately, they already know that the young men, I still, since I am a young man myself, but we're not biased. We love them all, but statistically, our girls seem to be doing a little better. But the young men, once they do come, they do very well, and I like that, because they like the competitive nature as a young man. And so once they get around the other students, that they see themselves growing much stronger. So that's why I like when we put them in all my high schoolers together, and we teach them in the enrichment part where they end up, building each other up.
See, and what's amazing is because, these young boys that particularly may want to take these girls to prom, or, take them to a dance or what have you, hopefully they're smart like the girl.
Yeah, definitely.
Because especially girls that are coming through your program and know about your program, or their friends have gone through your program, may tell the girl, oh, nah, he don't have a 3.0 GPA. Women in society is cruel. Oh, I'm a 4.0 girl trying to have this 3.0 boy talk to me. So it will inspire the young men to say, look, I got to get my A game together, literally.
And it does. The young men, like I said, they already born genius. All we do is just bring out what's already in them, and that's why I like about it. It doesn't take long for them to come up to what, like I said, what God already preordained them to be. So we enjoy it, and they all, like I said, all my students got scholarships, and praise God, we still have 100% graduation rate, no matter whether they go to college or go to military or just go out to the workforce. So we do have 100% graduation rate.
Let me ask you this then. What has been the longest time that you've had with a particular student?
Well, so I had students from kindergarten all the way through high school.
Wow.
Most students that we do, whatever year they start, they normally stay with us all the way through high school. And even now that they graduate, they still come back, like they in statistics or calculus or something like that. They need help in college. Like my freshmen, I'm still on their call list. We FaceTime, Skype, we still do that. So I come home on the weekend, so we don't stop teaching after they finish high school, especially those who go off to college. We still stay in their lives.
Now, as we get ready to wrap up, costs. You and I spoke off air, and I just want the people to know, because there are going to be some mothers and fathers who are going to see this program, and they're going to want their children to make that kind of drastic turnaround in their lives. how, I know you have a website and I know you have those testimonials. What can a parent who's not affluent by way of their pay expect to get from you versus their counterpart who has money? What are they going to get?
Well, they're going to get the same teaching no matter whether they have, what background you come from or economic background. We treat all our students the same. Like I said, we call them kings and queens. So whether you're paying this amount or that amount, you still going to get the same training, and we're going to still expect the same from you to maintain a 3.5 grade point average. So we don't see our children like that. We see them as priceless because they're precious. So we look at them all the same, and especially because if you do that, children are very, very sensitive. So we don't want we keep that, very private. We never let them know anything like that. So everyone that comes there, they get the same treatment.
That's wonderful. I'm just really enjoying this interview that I'm having with Brother Dwayne Hill, talking about his program, Wiz Kidz. I mean, I'm a father of a teenage son, and as I hear what he's offering, I'm trying to figure out off air what I need to do to sign my son up, because every parent wants to be proud of their children, and every child wants their parent to be proud of them as well. So it's like I made reference of, it's two sides of the coin. A quarter has the same value, be it you're looking at the head or the tail. It's still the same coin. And for our children to look at the future that they have before them, the playing field is not leveled. There are going to be the haves and have-nots. And regarding the haves and have-nots, we have to understand that our children can have what the other kids have. All they have to do is aspire to do that. So I just want to thank Brother Dwayne Hill coming on. We're going to do another interview, and he's going to bring us a surprise. And the surprise is going to blow you guys' mind when you guys see it, because I was blown away in the green room with the surprise. So I just want everybody to be prepared for our next show that we're going to have Brother Dwayne Hill on. He's going to surprise us with the surprise that I'm mentioning to you all, and we're going to enjoy this next program that we have. So let me ask you, as we get ready to close this program, what is your goal coming up with the new campus?
Well, our goal is to, like I said, start our own academy, Kings and Queens Academy, and we'll start from 0 to 18, and that'll be starting up very soon.
Okay, so that's wonderful. You guys look out on the landscape for Kings and Queens Academy with Brother Dwayne, because what he's getting ready to do is going to change the landscape of Charlotte, and hopefully other cities around the country will take note of what he's doing here in the Charlotte metropolitan area and go from there and what have you. Next time you see Mr. Hill, it may be on one of the national talk shows, and he's talking about what children can aspire to do, because a 3.5 GPA, to me, it's like, what? I've been out of school over 20 years, and I'm like, I wish this program was around when I was in school. It's great because what you're doing is helping parents in the long run, because everybody don't have the money to pay for Ivy League school. Everybody don't have the money to even pay for a local, JC or junior college or what have you. So the fact that you're inspiring young kids to know that they can pretty much write their own check by way of applying themselves and learning and doing the expectations, because you said the schools nowadays are just teaching them how to be, what do you say, socially conscious in the world?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Hopefully we'll be able to not only have the surprise, but in future shows, I would love to bring you on, and you can bring on some of the older kids, so we can have their testimonials, because, some kid may see somebody they know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's nothing like seeing somebody that you know to inspire you, because you'll say, you know, that kid did it,
Right.
I can do it, you know. And so, like I said, it's great to have had you on, and I'm looking forward to the surprise that we have. So everyone, until we meet again, we're going to have Brother Dwayne Hill on for another interview, and you're going to see the surprise that he has.
We're building a kingdom, my people's kingdom.